Emergency preparedness items everyone should buy. Now, I'm not saying that you should buy every single thing that's on this list. You need to pick and choose what's important to you and what you think you can afford. Every time I make a video about preparedness items, it's either to give you guys ideas and get you guys thinking, or to remind you that you need to get something. A lot of people know the basics, but need videos to remind themselves and basically get themselves motivated to start prepping more. So the first item is an electric bike. This is going to be a great way to get around when there's no gas left in your vehicle. Now the question comes up, how do you charge it? The best way to charge it is with a solar generator if you have one. Some of you already have one, and some of you might need to save up for it. I know it's not a cheap item, it's like $1,000 or above, but I think it's worth the investment if you're looking to prepare for long-term emergencies. In an extended emergency, the gas stations are going to run out of gas eventually, and there are going to be no more trucks coming in. So this is going to be your long-term solution. You won't have to rely on anyone else. You'll be self-reliant. If you have the solar generator and an electric bike, you have a renewable power source and a sustainable transportation method. And if you have an electric bike, you can carry some cargo on the little rack that they have at the back. Or you can just put on a backpack and it'll still be a lot easier than having to walk with a heavy backpack. You can imagine we'll all still have to go out and get stuff done and pick up things and move stuff. So an electric bike will make things a lot easier. Even if the electric bike's battery runs out, or for whatever reason your generator stops working, your bike will still run. You can still use it manually, so you don't have to worry too much about that. If you can, get something that's rugged or off-road capable. Those will be much better for our purpose. The one I have is called the Hemo Z20, I believe. It was about $1,200 brand new, but I'm thinking about upgrading to some sort of like off-road bike. It'll be much better. Those ones can run like $2,200 and above. If you're looking to get a used Hemo bike, they're usually about $850, around there. The next item is outdoor motion sensor lights. These will be great to put around your home. You can put them in the grass outside like I've done, and you can also get the ones that go on your wall. You just have to screw them in. Put them all four sides around the walls of your house. Now, whenever an intruder is around or someone's walking by, then the lights will turn on and it'll either scare them away or alert your neighbors of it, or alert you. And the benefit of it is that it's solar powered, so you don't have to worry about the electricity being on. The power grid could be completely collapsed. Those will still work. If you don't already have them, then you should get some. The way they work is that they charge during the day and then they start working at night. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart, either in US and Canada. If you're in Canada, you can get them at Canadian Tire. There are many different places you can get them. There's a company called Bell & Howell. I'm not affiliated with them, and I know a lot of people like to hate on that company, but for me, their solar motion sensor lights work really well, so check those out. The next one is gas mask for your pet. A couple of different companies make them, and it wasn't a thing before, and it just started becoming a thing, but make sure you buy it from a reputable company. A lot of companies who are making them are just making ones that aren't tested and don't work, so make sure you buy it from the right company. Some people will disagree with me on this. They'll say, who cares about a pet if there's a nuclear emergency or some sort of chemical attack or something like that? And there'll be other people who will be like, hey, the pet is like a family member of mine, so I really need this. So it just depends on you. If you have a gas mask for yourself, then you should probably get one for your pet too, if you can afford it. And I'm calling it a mask, but it's really not a mask. It's more like a box or a chamber with a filter on it. But don't worry, it's tested, it works well, and it's from a reputable company. I'll probably have it listed on the beacons page on my profile. The next item is a bow and arrow. This is a good option if other weapons aren't legal where you live. This is going to be good for self-defense and hunting as well. The other thing I like about bows is that they're silent. You won't alert the whole neighborhood if you fire it. And as far as I know, in most places you don't need a license for it. You just need to be 18 and older to get a proper bow. My recommendation, if you're going to use it for serious use like big game hunting and self-defense, get one that has a 40-pound draw weight or more. Make sure to stockpile extra arrows, and you also stockpile bowstrings as well in case they break. My recommendation is that you get a takedown bow. It's a lot easier to travel with. Say it's an emergency and you have to take it somewhere. You don't want to have a giant longbow that you're carrying around with you and have it visible. It's better that you have a takedown bow that you can put in a bag and just take with you. If you buy a bow and you have time on the weekend to do like a weekend project, then try to learn how to make your own arrows. Get small wooden dowels from Home Depot to use as the shaft, and you can use duct tape as the fletching. It's a lot cheaper than buying arrows, and it's a lot more satisfying when you make them on your own. The next one is MREs, or meals ready to eat. The good part about them is that you don't have to worry about packing a cooking stove to actually prepare them and eat. Everything comes in the bag. I usually never recommend MREs because everywhere I've looked, they're overcharging for them. But I found a really good source for them. It's like, it's a 10 pack for a really, really cheap price. Check out the beacons page on my profile and you'll see. The next item is power banks. Buy a few of them and then keep them charged at all times in case you need to use them during an emergency. If you don't have a generator, then it'll probably be one of your only power sources. You can use them to recharge your phone, your radio, your rechargeable flashlight, and your rechargeable lantern. The only thing you need to do with these power banks is just that make sure that every 2 to 3 months you're checking that it's still fully charged and that the battery hasn't died. If your family members keep on taking your power banks and using it, then make sure you charge them as well. Make sure you stay on that. The next item is a foldable solar USB charger. It's a great option if you can't afford a solar generator. You just put it in the sun, it has a USB port, and you connect your device to it. I'll show you the one I have. So the way it works is that you just open it up like this. This goes in the sun, and then it has a little USB port at the back. So you connect your USB cable into it right here, and then charge your device. You just have it connected, and then whether it's a phone or a radio or a rechargeable flashlight or a lantern, you can charge your device with it. I like these a lot. I think I have 3 foldable solar panels now, and a guy who I consider a survival expert trusts these as well. The other thing that you can do is that if you're traveling or if you're bugging out, you can clip this to the outside of your backpack and charge your devices with it while you're on the go. The price is actually really low for these. Pretty much anyone can afford them. I'll have it listed. You can go to the beacons page on my profile and it'll be there. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your recommendations down below.